Welcome to Things You Might Not to Know for this Sunday, November 24th, 2024. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is Sunday. How are we getting this thing today? Well, we're doing something special since we're not doing the things you might not have heard all week this week. We're going to go ahead and re-record some things because we'll be away from the computer. So we're going to re-record some things in general and pre-record these things here. So since we're pre-recording it, we figured let's try a full week, see if we can do that going forward and see how it'll be a new transition. That way, since there's always birthdays and fun stuff to celebrate, we can do 7 days a week. This is our test. Let us know how we're doing. Go to our email address, conversation inbox, gmail.com. Let us know if we're doing good or not so good, and go with that. Now, the first apologies, we're a little tired getting things in there, so bear with us. Maybe some stumblings in the words. But what we have is what we always have every single weekday morning: the birthdays, the history lessons, the celebration, and one more thing to get out the day. So let's get into it right now, starting off with the son of Tom, Colin Hanks, who has a birthday on this day, on this Sunday, the 24th of November. Colin Hanks is hitting 47 on this day. Also hitting a good 46 is Katherine Heigl, who gets famous for being kind of difficult to work with. Maybe she's not so much difficult to work with these days, but she's not doing as many things out there in the open as she was, maybe because she was difficult to work with. We will see what happens, but we're celebrating her anyway at 46. And also, big love to a guy that nerds love, Dwight Schultz, who is turning 77 years old, which means our childhood is long beyond us as we're getting pretty old as well. Dwight Schultz, of course, came to prominence for us Gen Xers and Pluses as being Mad Murdock from the original A-Team TV series. He also got some notoriety as part of Star Trek Next Generation as Lieutenant Barclay, also known as protecting Lieutenant Broccoli, the lieutenant, the man who played the kind of tease guy in Starfleet in the Next Generation. Happy birthday to you, Dwight Schultz. Keep on living. We need some Mad Murdock in our lives. Also, birthday wishes to Colin Hanks and Katherine Heigl, this birthday trio for November 24th. The 24th of November gives me a chance to always celebrate. I'm glad we did this Sunday thing because I almost missed that chance to celebrate one of my favorite history sort of trivia knocks. Not this one here, though. 1859, Charles Darwin published his On the Origin of Species, describing the theory of evolution. Let me say that slower again because I mumbled that one. Charles Darwin published his On the Origin of Species. That was the book describing the theory of evolution. And a whole lot of kerfuffles came about from this one starting in 1859. No kerfuffles, just a lot of people just really want to know what the answer to this mystery is. In 1971, D.B. Cooper staged the world's first ransom hijacking of an airliner. There have been plenty of airline hijackings and going past that, but this one was the very first, and he made his escape with a parachute out the back door of a Boeing 727, so a fairly good-sized jet over southwestern Washington State. $200,000 and was never seen again. Now, we all want to believe he survived. He landed someplace, took that money, started a new life, and was just incognito for the rest of his life. It's most likely he died, and it just is. But because we have no proof, we don't know what happened. We just believe that Cooper just went on to live a life of non-notoriety with $200,000 stolen from people on an airplane back on this day in 1971, we must believe. And on this day in 1991, Queen's Freddie Mercury died of AIDS complications in London. He was 45 years old at his passing. All right. I need you to be fortified for this one. We're going to a celebration. It's a little stomach churning, if you will, because today, Sardines Day. November 24th recognizes the silver little fishes on National Sardines Day. They may not swim right up to your plate, but they sure do pack in flavor. That's what the writing said from the internet. While some people are afraid to taste these small silver fish, others consider sardines a delicious snack that is great on their own or alongside with crackers, if you want them that way. Sardines are several types of small, oily fish related to herrings. While we might most be familiar with sardines packed into cans, some enjoy fresh sardines that are grilled. I don't know where you get them. I don't want any of them. The small fish can also be packed, pickled, and smoked. When canned, you find them packed in water, olive oil, sunflower oil, sunbeam oil, tomato juice, chili sauce, or mustard sauce. There you go. If you're one for sardines, then have at it. Myself, I think I'm getting bagels today because I'm not a fan. Oh, and by the way, one more thing. According to a recent survey, more than 40% of cat and dog owners say they find their pets better companions than their partners. They like their pets more than people, which, if you know people, you might understand why that goes that way. And also, 90% of them also said that spending time with their pets makes them feel less stressed, more relief of tension, and lowers their blood pressure. So, if you're a person who's got a lot of stress and needs some sort of blood pressuring agent, try not taking the pills. Get a dog, get a cat. It may help you out immensely. This week, we're going to do something special. Along with doing 7 days of these recordings, so you have one every single day, we're going to spotlight for our sponsors, me, and some of the work I did in the past year, 18 months or so. It's coming out of a lot of stressors. We at the Conversation Project and all the projects behind us, the More Better Media, essentially worked on some extra projects to make sure things didn't fall apart and produced a bunch of books. And so this year, at this time of Black Friday, maybe a book is what you need to get for your honey for your holidays. We're going to suggest for this Sunday, this first one, things these will get you the job, not the things. These will get you the job. Now, in these will get you the job, these things inside of it, 15 top qualities that employers look for in their candidates. Plus, a little teaser there, some ways to not let them use them against you. Now, these are 15 of the top qualities that employers are looking for when they're looking for new hires or looking to make people up the ranks. So maybe you're not looking for a new job or a new company, but just want to upgrade your position. Something's happening up the ladder as things move around. People are leaving, people are coming in, things are shifting, and you want to make a way to advance where you are. Or you found the time has come to skedaddle where you are. You need to find someplace quickly. 15 qualities you need to look for in yourself, in your resume, to make sure they are presented, and ways to make sure you don't present them so well that you get pigeonholed in that new position. 15 top qualities employers look for in job candidates from my book. These will get you the job. Look for the link inside of this presentation. It's there. We'll go to Amazon. It's paperback and Kindle, or search for the book wherever you find books. It's all over the online bookstore. So check it out. It is These Will Get You the Job. If you're looking for a new position or looking for a way to upgrade your skills where you are, this book could help. We ask you to like, share, and subscribe to the work we do here for the Conversation Project. All the things we do, including things you might ought to know, this thing, and of course, the things you might not have heard, the news stuff, and the news drops we will do going forward. Now, we're going to do news drops all week long here. So this will be, this I guess, lives as evergreen essentially for the most part because it's just the day. But we're going to do our news drops as things come out, as things are breaking and things pop up. Mostly it'll be handheld phone videos, just kind of keeping things going forward. Not as much produced stuff as we think so. Although we are going to produce some other long form stuff in some other locations where we don't have, fast speed internet to do a lot of live streaming. We'll do some stuff and some testing, some gears going forward. But if you enjoy what you're seeing here, or you enjoy the new stuff we see other places in here, make sure you are liking what you're seeing so the algorithm shows it to more people. You share it with more people so they see it as well. And you all find ways to subscribe so you don't miss out on a bit. Now, this is going to be tested. Well, some days will be live, some days will be not live, but it is pre-recorded. So if you're talking to me in the comments, thank you for doing that, but I won't see them until later. We want you to make sure you are able to get to all our content as best as possible. We thank you so much in advance for being a part of the show. You are literally part of the show. We thank our sponsors. They are scrolling at the bottom of the video right now, so you can see people who help do things out. Stop by our website. This is the Conversation Project. Stop.com. Consider going to the sponsors page. Consider going to the partners page, and make sure you're following us on our feed so you can engage in the stories. We're still doing story engagement, even if we're not doing the main show every morning. We still want to see how things are going, so we stay continuitous on that one. So stick around for that one. Thank you for joining for this special edition of a Sunday edition of Things You Might Not Ought to Know. This may be a new thing, so we'll see how it goes. Make sure you're doing all the calls to action. We have plenty of them. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribe. We want you to do that, and just enjoying yourself, enjoying your week. If you have a way to find some downtime on this week of Thanksgiving, even if you don't get the full week off, or you don't get the Friday off, and you're maybe an unfortunate Black Friday worker, if you're still out there, a lot of places are closing down for Black Friday. We want you to enjoy yourself. And if you enjoy this as being a news nerd, thank you so much. You do not understand how the responses, how the likes, and how the thumbs up, how things keep me engaged in doing this stuff here. So thank you so much for showing your love, just watching it sometimes. And join us again for a Monday edition, pre-recorded again, of Things You Might Ought to Know.